Hello, my name is Sia, and I want you to feel you can show up on the dance floor as you are and still belong. I'm doing that through hosting this podcast series, and you are part of making it happen. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for finding the time in the busy agenda. A dancer, a person who works at the same time and doesn't sleep too much, to have this conversation.
Thank you for having me and taking the time.
You were just saying that Herräng is your favorite place to dance in?
Yeah. It's I think it's my 6th time here, and I keep coming back. The landscape is beautiful. We're here in my cottage that I'm renting every year.
Okay.
And it's just nice. There is something more magical about this place that makes me want to come back. Not every year. There's been some break, either due to Corona or due to whatever. But it's nice.
It looks like a Swedish fairy tale. Yeah, now we're sitting with this dark red, falloon red cottages.
Yes.
And the trees.
And the peppercocks, who's the gingerbread house, as the Swedish call it.
Yeah, true.
Which has something fairy tale to it. Yeah?
Exactly.
It's nice.
And the dance is 3 minutes away cycling.
Yeah. It's funny, this little village that is invaded every summer by thousands of people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I am wondering sometimes, what do the locals think? I think they accepted that.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, they probably even like it, a lot
Maybe.
of them.
Maybe.
Over the years I've met a couple of people. There was this guy, I haven't seen him in a while, but he used to come with a bag full of harmonicas.
Okay.
And he would join the jams, which is, in a way, from everything I've seen, a bit more the unusual instrument to hear in a jazz jam.
Harmonica?
But he would be around and just joining, and I think it tells a lot. It's like, okay, we bring something here, but also locals embrace it and
Exactly.
and
want to bring
and have fun
back.
with it. Yeah, exactly. And they bring their own stuff.
Exactly. I think they're opening little clothes shops. At least last year I've seen something.
Yeah, the famous loppis.
Yeah. So there is some sort of a cultural exchange. Exactly. Not only between the dancers, but also local people.
It's probably a good economical factor as well, like all these people coming and buying food at Kuggen.
Exactly, yeah, it must be. I think they're changing the times just for the dancers.
Probably,
yeah. Okay, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah,
What do you want people to know about you as a dancer?
Yeah, so I'm Alexej. I've been dancing for 12 years. A bit about myself. I was born in Russia, grew up in Germany, and so kind of like a family of Russian-German migrants. And nowadays I live in France. And I came across dancing when I moved to Sweden 12 years ago. And I think the motivation back then was, so I was coming freshly after a year from Dominican Republic, where I have lived between my bachelor's and master's to work with the local NGO. And I was living with the local family, and that was like a full immersion into their culture. And a big part of the culture was actually music and dancing. So I was living in the northeast in a town called Valverde Mau. So this whole valley in the northwest of the Dominican Republic, it's known for its merengue and bachata. So I've been exposed to that kind of dancing together with dembow music, reggaeton, and it would be just everywhere. So
it's not that you have to go to a dance club.
No, exactly.
Social dance floor.
It's exactly. It's like, if there was a lot of electricity outages, and then we would just order beer with the neighbors and just dance.
Nice, yeah.
Or just hang out, whatever. So there was something that made me think about, like, how important is music to me, because it's always been important to me. And how important is dancing to me. And I somehow came to the conclusion, I think I want to try really learn something. And when I came to Sweden, I was looking for some Latin dances, but then I changed directions. A friend of mine from uni, a couple weeks into our studies, told me about Lindy Hop. And on the way to Sweden, I watched this video which was about Lindy Hop, and I didn't know that was that. And so it reminded me of that video. I was like, oh, hey, that's a funny coincidence you would mention that. Well, let's go. Yeah. And that was fun. And
what was the place where you went? Do you remember?
So, yeah, that was at Stockholm University. So they have this super beautiful campus with like a lot of old style villas, and like either like Gulla Villan, which was like the yellow villa, essentially a wooden house with a nice patio, and you could dance there, and this brick house. Yeah, and it was.
But not Stora Skuggan.
Stora Skuggan was the place in summer.
Okay.
So I mean, there was still some social dancing, I think, but for me, I was just going Mondays. It was actually funny because you would start off the week with Monday classes. Yeah. And it was some people from Stockholm, Siri and Yorgos, who were just great, fun teachers. So they got me hooked, I would say, and like the vibes of the dance, and they were also challenging us. Like they brought the Big Apple routine, like I don't know, 2 months into the class.
It's pretty advanced.
Yeah, exactly, and and that got me hooked. Yeah, so I've been dancing Lindy Hop and then solo jazz, and I came across blues and slow drag.
Yeah, all of that.
Yeah, I think even I did some St. Louis shag, and it was just great. I just kept going, and somehow there was always something that made me feel about Stockholm being very special. So I knew about the Stockholm having like a space in jazz music, but then also seeing all the great dancers and teachers from Stockholm, and that was still the time. So we're talking 2014. There were still some people that are now maybe old timers, and they were still teaching. And there were like the thing is, there is this temple of dancing, Chicago Swing Dance Studio, right? And in the way of Swedish socialism, I would say, like it would be super accessible for students. So like you could do a festival for, I don't know, 50 euros, and you would have like 8 hours of classes and all these great teachers. I remember Niels and Bianca teaching there, and like a lot of cool people.
Yeah, I think it was lucky for a lot of people living in Stockholm then. There are a lot of dancers who now are maybe very big and super famous were starting or just being very generous with their time at that point. It was just great. A lot of classes, accessible, a lot of parties, I would say. Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays. It was great. Nice. And so I just kept going. I just kept going, but I always had this feeling, I need to make use of that. Like like it's such a privilege to end up in a space where you have that access, because it's not everywhere the same, right? Yeah, it's like an asset that you.
Yeah, I don't know. Asset. It's more like, okay, enjoy while it lasts, because I knew at some point that I would want to go back to Germany. Then I found my job, and I remember my thing was like, gonna stay another winter in Sweden. But at least I can dance here and continue learning dancing. And so I stayed even another 1.5 years. And then I discovered Balboa, and so now I'm big in love with Balboa, actually.
And probably there is a better scene in where you are, or?
I don't know better, but like I would say it's very active. Now I'm in Toulouse. It's been 3.5 years that I'm in the city, and 6.5 in total in France. And the Toulouse scene is very active. Great dancing studio, Studio Hop, who's organizing also a couple of festivals. I think it's different though, because, so for example, in Stockholm, it was all about social dancing.
Okay.
I remember they started introducing competitions at Chicago. It was like, and they even said it, well, you know, we don't really do competitions here at the studio, but we thought it could be fun. While I think we have a more competition-oriented dancing, or
in Toulouse.
In Toulouse, yeah. Although there are, let's say, there is an association that also does some social dancing. But in general, Toulouse is incredibly active and vivid for all kinds of dancing. Yeah. So nowadays I'm also into bachata, or I reconnected with bachata, and salsa and merengue, and so yeah, it's actually another place where I'm like, oh wow, this is incredible. I didn't even know that when I moved there. I only knew about the swing dancing.
Yeah. So it all started with electricity outages in the Dominican Republic. And now you're here, like, oh, Herräng is the best place to dance in. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Yeah, when you look back at life. Yeah.
Let's go to the first question. Now we've been talking for a bit, but I want to ask more specifically. You are mentioning that already. Why do you dance?
I think it's a couple of things. It's the music. It's just something that keeps me going, that talks to me deeply. And I mean, the music, it's different styles, obviously, right? Yeah. Like it can be fast. Nowadays, it's more the slow and the fast. Okay. With Lindy Hop, it was more like mid-tempo to faster and slow stuff. But then, obviously, there's also all the Latin music. Always listen to hip-hop. And I was even considering some breakdance and those kind of dances when I was a teenager.
So this connection to the music that
music is just, like I'm listening to a lot of music. I work from home, and so actually I always have music playing in the background, all kinds of stuff.
Is it hard not to be dancing?
Yeah, it's tricky sometimes, but...
Maybe you have a special playlist for sitting still?
No, it really depends on the mood. I wake up and then it can be salsa, it can be something chill.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I think the other big thing is the couple dancing. So solo is nice. Solo is a great foundation for being with yourself and understand your body and really focus on yourself and the music, and just you and the music. And then you add the couple to it, and that gives a completely different dimension of joy and creativity. And so I've always liked the follows that would actively contribute to it, that would just inspire some moves, and that's what I've liked about Lindy Hop always, that you have this little breakaways where you have the moment, and you kind of have some time for bringing something to the dance, right? When you dance Balboa in a pure ball, you do feel it, but you don't necessarily see it, right?
Okay.
So there is something happening, the follow is doing something, and it's ways more like, what's happening in the feet there, right? And there is some dynamic, and I love the dynamic, but it's harder to see it and take it away and do the call and response, right? True. So this is what I always like about Lindy Hop.
And in salsa, at least for me as a follower, I feel like there is much less space for that.
That seems, I think it's, I would place salsa probably in between Balboa and Lindy Hop.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not saying Balboa doesn't give you space, but it's ways more on a smaller, more subtle. I mean, salsa can be extremely expressive, actually. For the follow, what they often call lady style.
Yeah,
right?
Of course, yeah. I think I'm more talking about choosing what to do and where to go. I feel like the frame is harder.
It is. I mean, certainly follows demand more lead. Okay. Like they will tell you more expressively, like, hey, you gotta lead me clearer. And when you come from Lindy Hop, where I give more space, right? And Balboa is also, I would say, stronger on the leader side, or on the leading side.
Have a what's its name?
It's a deer. Yeah.
Deer.
Oh yeah, it's the. Yeah, she's been lying here. So cute. And this is what I love about her.
Yeah.
You just sit, and then you have a deer just walking in your garden.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I think there is actually ways more space than one would think. So
In salsa?
In
You're talking-
salsa,
yeah.
yeah. I think
Okay.
it's again, it's like in many dances, it's about also your choice, how much you decide to contribute and to take space.
Of course.
Yeah.
I am the person who doesn't take space naturally.
Yeah.
So for me, I don't feel it unless it's very, very obvious. So maybe that's why that's my
exactly.
experience of that.
And I think when you look at, so in Balboa, Neus and Albert, I think they have some of the strongest ideas on like two individuals coming together and dancing and contributing to the dance, which is, however, also the most challenging way. Because when you're used to lead and follow, there are certain expectations to the role that they somehow challenge and kind of they challenge you to break away from that in a way. But it's a fine line between back leading or contributing something, right? And it's obviously not for everyone.
Yeah.
But it's a very interesting approach, but a very challenging one. But the reward is also very high. You can have a lot of fun with that.
Interesting. Let's move on to the next question, which is closer to what I'm doing. And yes, you look at the time, me too.
Oh, no.
Tell me one dance-related memory that you have where lighting played a role.
Let's stay in Herräng, and it's actually tonight, which I think is my favorite night in Herräng. It's the slow drag night, which is also unique. I haven't been to many blues festivals, but the slow drag night, they play a lot with like dimmed lights and some smoke and some more like on the darker spectrum of lights. So that is great. I think it's so important, and you notice it when sometimes somebody pushes a button by mistake and turns on the light, and you're like, wow, what's happening? Oh my god!
There's usually like a reaction of people doing some noise, which is the same kind of disappointment noise.
Yeah,
which is funny. Yeah, true. And also, I just want to mention that what you say that is on tonight. The last time you could experience that was a year ago, because that's the first week.
Yeah.
And you still remember.
Yeah. I mean, for me, slow drag night is always on my mind when I think of Herräng.
Yeah.
And then you have, they used to do the midnight rambles, and then you would have like theme nights from midnight. It would be like Latin jazz, bebop,
true.
and those things. I don't know, maybe they still do it in different weeks. Now it's week 1.
Yeah, I think they do it.
And there the light will also play a role, because Latin jazz would be ways more on the colorful sides, and everyone kind of pops up in different colors, and then the lights plays a role in that as well.
True. Well, thank you for bringing that memory up, especially considering that it's tonight.
Yeah.
Well, the slow drag.
Yes, I'm excited.
Yes. You've been talking about it a little bit, but what is it that you specifically bring to the dance floor? Don't be humble.
No. Never.
No.
No, but I think for me, really, because most of it is couple dancing, and for me it has always been way stronger on the social side, the social dancing part. I want to have a good time with my partner, and what I bring, I think, is a lot of musicality. It might be a bit more challenging because it's not always super predictable.
Yeah.
But we can have a lot of fun. Just there will be more like listening to the music and doing something with it, than rather routine stuff. Yeah.
Which also connects back to what you're saying on why you dance. It's the music and the social partner part.
Yes.
So kind of that's what you bring back as well.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Next question is coming from a previous guest.
What fascinates you about dancing?
I think so now it's been 8 years of Balboa.
Well.
And Balboa is more on the very technical side of dancing. And it's like you can fine tune a lot of things. So it feels like you can get to the 80% rather quickly, and then it takes you forever to fine tune. And so there is always like even if you have done a certain move, there will always be somebody bringing something different or like a different twist to it, and or gives you some ideas, and then you take them and you bring them in your dance. And I think that's super cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of Herräng, last year I've had the first time. It was a very creative follow, so already super interesting for me.
Yeah.
And we were dancing to a song, maybe something like 220, 40 beats per minute. But she slowed us down to, I don't know, 60 or something. So we had this super slow dance, but we were still dancing slowly. So it was not just standing around and like swinging left, right. It was really like a slow ball, bluesy way dancing to this fast song. And it sounds really odd and unusual. And I've never had it before, but we ended up doing it for several songs. And I just walked away like completely amazed and stunned, and I wasn't really clear on what just happened. And I still like have this very vivid memory of that moment. And it was like, I don't know, typical Herräng, 5 a.m. in the ballroom.
It was or wasn't?
Almost nobody left,
okay.
And yeah.
Nice.
It was our last dances of that night. Beautiful memory, beautiful, really incredible. Yeah, so that keeps me going. Yeah, there are those moments.
Yeah.
And
that's why you keep coming back to Herräng.
Yeah, there is always something in Herräng. In Herräng, it's like no year is like the other. Never. Even if the concept is there and things still change, and it's the mix of people and then.
It becomes a bit of an advertisement to Herräng, but also that's the point. Partially,
I mean, I never.
No, not
exactly.
paid. We're not paid by
not
the.
Paid,
no, you pay the cottage by yourself, not Herräng.
Exactly.
But I hope the follow, or maybe the follow is listening, and this person would know. That you still have that memory, or maybe not.
Who knows?
Yeah. Okay, now you have a chance to ask a question to the next guest.
How has dance and music changed your life since you've started it, but also while doing it ever since?
Good one. I have no idea who'll get that question.
Yeah.
I'll find out later.
Nice.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Now you drank some coffee and some beer, probably soon ready to go on the dance floor.
It's still bright.
Yeah.
It's what, 10:30 in the evening.
Yeah, amazing.
Still feels like 8 or 9 sunset somewhere in Toulouse.
Yeah, or here in December. Well, it will be colder, but 2 p.m. could be looking like this.
Yes, I
Crazy.
remember.
Yeah, exactly. So a good moment now here.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you for listening in. I do think it matters that we are bringing up different perspectives on social dancing and jazz in general. This is my way of making it more of an inclusive space where you and me feel like we belong. See you dancing.